You wake up one morning and the world feels heavier than it did yesterday. You don't know why, but something inside you knows that you cannot keep living the way you have been living. You lie there for a moment, staring at the ceiling, listening to the quiet, and you feel it, the weight of your own unrealized life pressing against your chest. You inhale, slow, deep, as if the air itself could remind you that you are still here. And then the voice rises, a quiet, steady whisper inside your mind. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. The words settle, and something inside you stirs. You rise, not because you feel strong, but because something in you refuses to stay on the ground. The world around you looks the same, but you are no longer the same. Life has carved you, pain has shaped you, loss has hollowed you. But inside that hollow space there is room for something new to grow. You step into your day, and for the first time in a long time you see the truth. You've been living half asleep, moving through hours as if they belonged to someone else, chasing acceptance, avoiding yourself, fearing the quiet because the quiet reveals what you refuse to face. But today you face it. You walk through memories that ache like open wounds, moments where you were broken, times when you begged for answers and only silence replied, days when people walked away without looking back. You remember the nights you stab or read at the ceiling, feeling forgotten even by your own heart. You breathe, and you whisper to yourself, I survived that, and I am still here. The world doesn't slow down. Life doesn't wait. But you can choose how you walk through it. You stop blaming, you stop running, you stop waiting for sober Mion to come rescue you from your own reflection. Epictetus whispers through time, no man is free who is not master of himself. And those words become a doorway. You realize you have spent years trying to control everything except the one thing you were meant to control: your own mind. The past left scars on your heart, but scars are proof that you healed, not that you remain broken. You walk forward with those scars like constellations on your skin, mapping out the story of who you have become. Pain taught you, failure shaped you, disappointment refined you, but still you rise. You look inside yourself and you see the parts you never wanted to touch, the fears, the doubts, the insecurities, the anger, the grief. You sit with them instead of running. You feel them without drowning. You accept them without becoming them. And slowly they lose their power. You whisper into your own SBR, I am not what happened. I am what I choose to become. The sun reaches through your window, spilling light on your face. And for the first time in what feels like years, you let it in. You take one step, then another. Each breath a quiet rebellion against the life that once weighed you down. You walk into the world with a new posture, not of arrogance, but of quiet certainty. Your life is not an accident. Your pain is not meaningless. Your path is not random. You were carved so you could become. You were tested so you could grow. You were broken so you could rebuild with your own hands. Seneca speaks to you as if he knows the storms you've walked through. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. And you realize you've been courageous every single day you chose to keep going. You carry that truth like a torch inside your chest. You begin to understand that strength is not LBR-ood, not forceful, not violent. Strength is quiet, patient, steady, enduring. It comes from walking into the chaos and standing still long enough to find yourself again. You stand taller now. You breathe fuller. You see clearer, not because your life is perfect, but because you finally understand perfection was never the goal. Awareness is, presence is, mastery is, peace is. You watch the world around you as if seeing it for the first time. The movement, the noise, the rush, and you choose not to be carried by it. You choose your own pace, your own intention, your own way. People may not understand your silence, your boundaries, your standards, your depth. That is not your burden. Your task is to live in alignment with the truth you have uncovered within yourself. Nothing more, nothing less. The path ahead is long, uncertain, unpredictable, but you do not fear it. Because for the feeble RST time, in a long time you trust yourself, you trust your resilience, you trust your spirit, you trust your ability to walk through fire and emerge as something stronger than flame. You carry the Stoic truth in your heart: we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca. And you begin to let go of the battles you were fighting only in your mind. You breathe into the present, into the moment, into this step. You remind yourself that life is lived in single breaths and single choices. You decide to show up. You decide to be here. You decide to become. You remember the people who doubt-bred you, who underestimated you, who walked away when you were hurting, who did not believe you would rise. You do not hate them. You do not resent them. You do not chase them. Their absence taught you what their presence never could. Self-respect, self-worth, self-loyalty. You stand in the quiet power of someone who no longer needs external permission to exist. You walk forward not to prove them wrong, but to prove yourself right. Your life belongs to you now, fully, completely, unapologetically. You let go of the weight that once held you down. You release the fear that kept you small. You step into the vastness of your unclaimed potential, and you whisper into the open sky, I choose myself now. The wind shifts, the world exhales, and somewhere deep inside your chest a fire awakens, a fire that was always there, waiting, quiet, patient, unbreakable. You walk with it now. You breathe WBR with it. You carry. The fire becomes your compass, your clarity, your strength. You realize that life will test you again. It will challenge you. It will shake you. It will break you open so you can expand. But this time you will not fear the breaking, because you know what you are made of. You KBR now what you have survived, what you have rebuilt, what you have become. You know that within you is a resilience older than your pain, stronger than your past, deeper than your scars. And so you walk slow, steady, unshaken into the vast horizon of your own becoming. Every step a declaration, I am here, I am alive, I am becoming. You whisper to the version of yourself you once were, the one who suffered, the one who struggled, the one who waited for rescue. I will carry you now. You walk deeper into the day, feeling the ground beneath your feet as if it is the first time you have ever really touched the earth. A strange calm follows you, not the calm of an easy life, but the calm of a mind that has finally stopped running. You pass people moving fast, faces tight, hearts distant, eyes lost in worries that never belonged to them. You feel it, the noise of the world, its demands, ITBR's expectations. But for once, none of it enters you. You have created a quiet space inside yourself, a sanctuary untouched by chaos. And in that sanctuary you hear the truth that has followed humanity for centuries. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Marcus Aurelius. You hold that truth gently, like a compass in the storm. You move through the world without needing to force anything, without begging, without proving, without performing. You simply walk as yourself, and that is enough. You feel the old fears trying to rise again, the fear of failing, the fever of being alone, the fear of not being enough. But you meet them with a steady breath. You do not run, you do not hide, you do not collapse, you simply observe, like a mountain watching clouds pass. Epictetus reminds you it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. And YBR, our reactions are no longer the storms that once consumed you. They are measured, intentional, calm. Even your pain cannot command you anymore. You feel it, you do not deny it, but you refuse to bow to it. There was a time when the smallest setback would break you, when one person's opinion could shatter your peace, when the past held you hostage in its cold, familiar grip. But that time has passed. Not because life became easier, but because you became deeper. Pain taught you depth. Silence taught you clarity. Loss taught you humility. Growth taught you courage. You walk with all of them, W. They are part of your foundation, part of your posture, part of your strength. You reach a quiet place, a park, or a rooftop, or a street corner with fading sunlight. You sit, and as you sit, the world moves around you like flowing water. People rushing, cars passing, voices rising and fading, LBRIFA unfolding. But inside you, stillness. A stillness that feels ancient, as if it carries a wisdom older than your own life. You close your eyes, you breathe, and in the silence you see yourself as you truly are, not as the world painted you, not as fear shaped you, not as the past defined you, but as the soul you were always meant to become. You see the battles you fought, the heartbreak you endured, the nights you cried silently into your pillow because you didn't want anyone to see your weakness. You see the moments you wanted to give up but didn't, the moments you lost yourself, only to find parts of you under the rubble of your own mistakes. The moments you sat alone in the dark and whispered to the emptiness, I just want peace, and now you understand. Peace was not something you were missing. It was something you had to build, brick by brick, breath by breath, choice by CE. You open your eyes and look at the world again with a softness you haven't felt in years. You realize that life does not owe you anything, not love, not certainty, not an easy path. But you owe yourself everything: the honesty you once avoided, the discipline you once escaped, the compassion you once refused to give yourself. You feel a quiet gratitude for the struggles you once cursed. They broke you, yes, but they also woke you. You stand. The sun dips lower, shadows stretch, and the air becomes cool, clean, still. You walk again slow, with intention, as if each step were a promise you are making to yourself. A promise to show up, to stay true, to not abandon your own soul when life becomes heavy again. Because heaviness will return, challenges will come, pain will rise, people will disappoint, dreams will fail, life will shake you to your core. But this time you will not fall apart. This time you will anchor yourself. This time you will remember the strength you discovered in the quiet places where no one clapped and no one watched. This time you will face life not as the wounded version of yourself you once were, but as the grounded, aware, self-mastered soul you are becoming. You walk through the soft evening light, and you know, not with arrogance, but with calm certainty, that you can carry whatever comes next. Because the world may not slow down. Life may not get easier, people may not change. You step into the night, and the darkness does not frighten you. It is not empty. It is not threatening. It is a mirror, reflecting the truth you have begun to see. In the quiet, your thoughts rise like ghosts. The old doubts, the familiar guilt, the voices that told you you were not enough. You do not fight them. You do not silence them. You let them speak. And then you respond with calm, measured awareness. It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Epictetus. You recognize the opinions you have carried, the ones that shaped your fears, the ones that kept you small, and you release them, one by one, like dead leaves falling from a tree. You feel lighter, not because the world has changed, but because you have. The weight of expectation that once crushed you has become manageable. The voices of judgment that once dictated your worth have become distant echoes. You sit beneath the stars, and for the first time, you notice them. Not as distant points of light, but as companions watching you through the vastness. And you whisper to yourself, I am small in the universe, and yet I am enough. I am fleeting, and yet I am eternal in the choices I make. You think of all the times you blamed life for being unfair, for taking, for withholding, for breaking. You realize now life was not cruel. Life was teaching, testing, sculpting. Your suffering was not punishment, it was preparation. Your loss was not the end. It was a lesson in resilience. Your feeble hour was not weakness. It was a guide pointing toward courage, and courage is what you choose now. Every morning, every step, every breath. You remember the nights you stayed awake, tormented by anxiety, searching for answers in the darkness. You understand now that answers are not found outside yourself. They live inside, in your clarity, in your awareness, in your quiet, unshakable presence. Seneca's words echo, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. And you feel a profound peace because you realize this is the journey, not the destination, not the accolades, not the approval of hers. This moment, this breath, this step, this becoming. You feel a fire awakening deep within your chest. Not the frantic fire of desire or obsession, but a steady, unwavering flame that illuminates your path even in the darkest hours. It reminds you that you are alive, fully, consciously, intentibur only. The world may be chaotic, the people around you may falter, circumstances may betray you, pain may return. But you are anchored in self-mastery, anchored in awareness, anchored in the quiet strength that no storm can shake. You take a slow breath, and as the air fills your lumbareas, you feel a subtle transformation within your very bones. You are no longer merely surviving, you are living, with intention, with courage, with love for yourself, for the life you inhabit, for the endless possibility of becoming more than you were yesterday. The stars look down and the night whispers. Softly you have faced yourself. You have faced the world. You have endured. You have grown. You have risen. And in this stillness you understand that all you ever needed was already within you, not strength from outside, not approval from others, not luck or fate or circumstance, but pre-birth sense, conscious choice, resilience, the courage to face yourself and the clarity to guide yourself through whatever comes. And in this moment, you know the truth that will carry you forward. You are the author of your life, the keeper of your peace, the master of your own mind. You rise from the GRB around, feeling every scar, every lesson, every triumph as a testament to your journey. And you walk on, not blindly, not fearfully, not hesitantly, but steadily, purposefully, consciously. You carry the Stoic wisdom in every step, every breath, every glance toward the horizon. He who is brave is fribber, Seneca. The night air brushes against your skin, cool and silent. And you realize silence is not absence, it is presence. It is the space where the soul speaks, where clarity rises, where truth reveals itself. You feel the rhythm of your own heartbeat, steady and unyielding, a quiet drum, reminding you that you are alive and that life moves only as you move with it. The world will test you. It always does. And so you remind yourself, you cannot control it. You cannot force it. You cannot bend it to your will. Only your mind, your choices, your actions. Marcus Aurelius whispers through THBR centuries, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. And you see it now. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every failure was not a roadblock, it was the path itself. The very thing that would forge you into someone capable of enduring, of rising, of Beck-Broming. You walk further into the night, and shadows stretch around you, but fear does not follow. Instead, there is focus. There is quiet strength. There is an awareness that every step you take is a reclaiming of your life from the chaos of the world and the turmoil of the mind. You remember the years spent chasing approval, seeking validation, letting others define your worth. How heavy it felt to live in the prison of their opinions. But that prison has crumbled, stone by stone, moment by moment, thought by thought. You are free, not because life has been kind, not because the past was Jean Perlet, not because others recognize you. You are free because you have claimed your own mind, and in that claim you have found sovereignty over yourself. You stop, and the wind carries the faint hum of distant life, a dog barking, footsteps on a sidewalk, someone laughing in the dark. And you feel connected, yet apart, a witness to life without surrendering to it. You are both present and detached, observing and choosing, living and mastering. The old voices return, faint but persistent, the doubts, the not enoughs, the what ifs. You do not flee, you do not fight, you do not shrink, you spur it with them. You breathe, you acknowledge them, and they fade because you are no longer afraid of your own mind. Epictetus' words echo, steady as stone. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You smile quietly, because you see the truth you have been saying EBRT all along. Every choice you've made, every time you've risen, every moment you've faced the abyss and refused to fall. You have been becoming. The stars stretch endlessly above you, cold and distant yet magnificent. And you feel your smallness without despair. Because in smallness you understand perspective. You see the brevity of life, the fleeting nature of sorrow, and the impermanence of fear. And with that understanding comes liberation. Your mind, once a storm, now flows like water. Clear, deliberate, reflective, strong. You begin to walk again, and with each step you carry the weight of your past not as burden, but as foundation. Every wound, every loss, every trial has built the architecture of the person standing here tonight. You whisper to yourself, I will not be swayed. I will not be broken again. I will rise always. The night does not offer promises. It does not guarantee peace. It does not soften life's blows, but it offers clarity. And that clarity is more valuable than all comfort and all certainty combined. You inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and feel the truth settle in your chest. You are your own master. You are your own sanctuary. You are the steady flame that cannot be extinguished by storm or shadow or silence. You look ahead, and though the path is unseen, you do not falter. You do not hesitate. You do not question your worth. You walk because you know that every step forward is a victory against the inertia of fear, the gravity of despair, and the seduction of inaction. Seneca speaks, and you hear him not as a voice from the past, but as truth alive in your chest. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. that is poor. You feel richness now, not in things, not in accolades, not in recognition, but in presence, in mastery, in the courage to face yourself and choose your own path again and again. The night embraces you, but you are not swallowed. It supports you, it witnesses you, it reflects back the fire you carry inside, the fire that will never go out. You walk on, each step a quiet revolution, each bar a testament, each heartbeat a drum marking the rhythm of a life no longer controlled by fear, but guided by wisdom, strength, and choice. And somewhere deep in your chest a voice rises, calm, steady, eternal. I am here, I am awake, I am becoming. The horizon begins to shift, the first hint of dawn brushing the edges of the night. Light does not rush, it unfolds, slowly, intentionally, and you notice how it mirrors your own emergence. You have walked through darkness, you have faced the shadows of your mind, and now, in this subtle glow, you recognize the truth. You are not defined by what you have endured, but by what you choose to carry forward. You inhale the crisp morning air. It tastes of possibility, of beginnings, of quiet power. You feel it filling every cell, awakening muscles, nerves, and bones that had grown weary from fear. Life will demand from you again. Challenges will rise without warning. People will falter. Plans will crumble. But you will meet it all with steadiness, with patience, with the unwavering trust that you can endure. Marcus Aurelius' wisdom flows through your mind. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. No grand gestures, no dramatic speeches, no need for validation. Just action, conscious, deliberate, honest action. You step forward, feeling the earth beneath your feet as if it were a pledge to your own soul. Each movement a promise to honor yourself, your journey, and the life you are building. The memories of old pain arise again. Familiar faces, lost opportunities, words unsaid. You do not flinch, you do not resist. You witness them, you breathe through them, and you continue, unshaken. Epictetus reminds you gently, no great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig bur. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer you that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen, and you see the truth. Growth is patient, mastery is patient. Life's finest victories are earned through the steady accumulation of quiet choices. You feel a stirring in your chest, a fire not of frenzy but of purpose, not of anger but of clarity. You have carried the pain of yesterday, but you are no longer its prisoner. You glance around at the waking world. The city, the fields, the trees, life continues, relentless and indifferent. Yet here you are, anchored within yourself, unchained by circumstance, freed by awareness. You begin to walk with intent. Every step echoes with determination. Every breath aligns with thought. You are no longer drifting, no longer waiting, no longer defined by what has been done to you. You remind yourself quietly, you are responsible for this life, for your mind, for your spirit. And in that responsibility you find liberation. Seneca's voice rises in your heart. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. You feel the weight of those words settle. Each day is not a repetition. It is a CBD, a chance, a fragment of eternity in which you can shape, decide, and master. The sun rises further, spilling light across the world. And in that light, you see yourself clearly. Not the person shaped by fear, regret, or doubt, not the person defined by others, but the person forged by experience, honed by reflection, strengthened by choice. You walk on, and in every step you claim a truth centuries old. That strength lies within, that peace is cultivated, that freedom is born from self-mastery. You inhale once more, exhale fully, and you feel it, the life you were always meant to live is here, in your hands, in your mind, in your presence. Your journey continues, not because the world is gentle, but because you are steadfast. Not because life is fair, but because you are resilient. Not because pain will vanish, but because you have learned to rise in spite of it. And in this quiet WN, you make the silent vow again. I will live with courage. I will live with purpose. I will live awake. You pause at the edge of the rising day, feeling the warmth of light on your face, and the quiet truth settles deep within you. This is your life, not borrowed, not deferred, not measured by anyone else's standards. Every choice, every breath, every moment is yours to claim. You have walked through shadows. You have faced storms, loss, and the weight of your own mind. And now, in this stillness, you understand, strength is not born from ease, but from endurance. Courage is not declared or in victory, but forged in the moments you refuse to give up. Peace is not found in the absence of chaos, but cultivated within, untouchable, unwavering. Marcus Aurelius whispers one final reminder: dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. And you see it now, your life, like the stars, vast, infinite, and luminous. Each choice a spark, each action a constellation, each moment a chance to shine. You step forward into the day fully awake, fully present, and feel the quiet fire in your chest, steady, eternal, unstoppable. You are here, you are alive, you are becoming, and that is enough. The journey continues, but you walk it with eyes open, heart steady, mind clear, and spirit free. This is your life, this is your power, this is your time. You are the master of yourself, and in that mastery, you have found everything. The world moves around you, but you remain unshaken. The storms may come, but you carry the calm within. The past may whisper, but you hold the future in the strength of your own being. You breathe, you walk, you rise, and nothing, no fear, no loss, no shadow can ever take from you what you have claimed. You are whole, you are present, you are free, you are alive. The end is not an ending, it is a beginning, and you have begun.